Welcome to the Thrift Store Rundown, where we bring Hollywood home on a budget. And yes, to make up for the lack of uploads from last weekend, we have a special Sunday edition going on for you today. And just like those NFL stars you see on the big turkey day, or any other given Thursday or Monday, or in this case Sunday, you gotta know all the right stuff and or know how to pull all the right moves to transform from a safe player into a daring, prime-time player. And today we're going to help you by talking turkey both ways. At home, with Food Network Magazine's Big Thanksgiving issue from November 2017. Yes, this issue, purchased for 99 cents from Unique Thrift Store, is 3 years old. It's very young, very youthful, very exuberant in its presentation, and definitely very applicable, even in these weird times. On the right, if you don't fancy an at-home Thanksgiving, and if you want to talk tea day on the road, well, let Guy Fieri help you out. For the complete second season of Triple D, Diners, Drivers, and Dives, and a 3-disc set, closed caption, all on DVD, purchased for $4.99 from the Red, White, and Blue Thrift Store in Patterson. By the way you can tell that each item is purchased from a different venue is by looking at their price tags. Have a look. For example, if you see this price tag design, now each thrift store has multicolored price tags, and they, will of course vary depending on what item you're buying, which group of items that item belongs to. But generally, if you see this this price tag design, that's how you know it's from Unique. If you see this price tag design, it's how you know it's from the Red, White, and Blue Thrift Store. So now that we got that out of the way, enough thrift shop chat, let's talk turkey. Now, as we all know, this Thanksgiving is mostly for the birds. And that took on a whole new meaning due to COVID-19 knocking everything and everyone off their seats. There's no way we can have a Thanksgiving in the old traditional way we used to have it, in the same way anymore. And if that's the case, if you have that mind frame, maybe you can persuade a local restaurant to give you a hand for Thanksgiving dinner this year. Like Hoboken's very own Antique Barn Bakery, a one-time favorite of hometown crooner Frank Sinatra. This place has been roasting customers' turkeys for decades, ever since the baker agreed to toss a few in a coal-fired oven as a favor back in the 70s. Now dozens of regulars been their birds seasoned and ready to roast. You can have a beer while you wait, of course. AntiqueBarBakery.com, and based on that account alone, and the fact that I'm a Jersey boy, not a Sinatra-level Jersey boy, but a Jersey boy nonetheless, you definitely ought to check that out. But if you want to handle the turkey on your own accord, well then, may I usher you into hallowed ground. Food Network's Thanksgiving Spread 2017 with Ryan Daltz on photography. And we're not just talking one turkey, we're talking multiple variations on the starring bird and the supporting cast members, which all have equal billing. The sides, the pies, the desserts, and what have you. So here we have a dry brined herb turkey with basic gravy. And we talked about a dry brined herb turkey before, yesterday when I reviewed Rachel Ray's special Thanksgiving issue of her Everyday magazine from November of last year. If dry brined and spiced up with herbs doesn't suit your fancy, how about a couple of variations for spiced, glazed, and barbecue spiced spatchcock? So you can become the Hitchcock of your Thanksgiving Day spread. By the way, why has nobody made the Hitchcock and spatchcock connection? The alliteration is priceless. And that doesn't necessarily mean that your Thanksgiving spread is going to be a horror show. That's up to the in-laws to decide. We all know that. But Alfred Hitchcock was a legend. Do you want to be a legend on your Thanksgiving Day? I thought so. We got a couple of variations on stuffing. Cheesy mushroom stuffing and Italian antipasti stuffing. So if you fancy your stuffing on the exotic side of things, I prefer the one on the right. We also have bacon, prune, and chestnut stuffing and chorizo, kale, and cornbread. Plus, a recipe for basic cornbread. Now you can do away with store-bought if you want to up your Thanksgiving game. If you don't, if you want to play it safe, you can go store-bought. but really, homemade, a little bit of help where you can get it, in this case from Food Network, because we always serve up a side of star appeal with every meal here. Well, that's really going to take your Thanksgiving spread to the next level. 3 variations on cranberry sauce, so you can say bye-bye to that nonsense that comes out of the can. Mulled cranberry, jellied cranberries with cherries, and on the sweet and spicy balance of things, ancho maple cranberry sauce with 2 dried ancho chili peppers, stems removed of course. And we have a variation for cranberry pomegranate relish, just to mix things up in the texture department. For the sides, we have mashed potatoes with fried sage, braised chard with dried cranberries, roasted Brussels sprouts with grapes, and roasted carrots and beets with pecan pesto. We also have a sweet potato gratin, spiced root veggies with pumpkin seeds, and roasted cauliflower with green beans and mushrooms. All recipes I'm showing you here serve 6 to 8, the maximum being 8, and I hope all those 8 people that you'll be serving live in your house, because that's the only way you're going to pull off a traditional Thanksgiving this year and in future Thanksgivings to come, if this virus is not done away with anytime soon. If not, otherwise, well, it's a socially distant Thanksgiving via Zoom or Skype or Facebook chat, whatever video conferencing app you might have on hand. And if you think we were done with the sides, think again, because Manit Chauhan, a judge on Chopped, is contributing cranberry ginger 5-spice chutney, green bean L'Oreal, if that's how you pronounce it, like L'Oreal but with a P to start it, and sweet potato and star fruit chaat or hat with the C being silent. It's spelled C-H-A-A-T right here. Speaking of which, we can have a chat about that good-looking chat all video long. But hey, we got more recipes to show you here, like a sweet and satisfying conclusion to your epic spread. An all-star finish, if you will. Top off your feast with one or more of these tasty pies. For example, we have Bobby Flay's pumpkin pie with bourbon maple whipped cream and cinnamon crunch. Because you know, you gotta have the pumpkin. You gotta have that good on Thanksgiving. Besides, it's pumpkin season. And please, no more pumpkin spice talk until Thanksgiving. Nancy's apple pie with cheddar cheese crust. That comes from Nancy Fuller, another Food Network personality. She looks like a veteran, but she's practically a newcomer around here. Trish's pecan pie, as sudden hospitality gets. Why? Because it's Trisha Yearwood's pecan pie. Grammy-winning country artist and Emmy-winning Food Network personality, Trisha's Southern Kitchen. It also includes a recipe for basic pie dough from their Food Network test kitchen. We got Eddie Jackson's Rum Sweet Potato Pie, another Southern classic, given a more upscale yet down-home twist with rum. More specifically, dark rum. Eddie Jackson, a primetime player for adding some spirits to an already spirited Thanksgiving dessert spread. And finally, the Ace of Cakes, Duff Goldman becomes the Pied Piper of Pies with chocolate cream pie right over here. The flavors in this pie are uncomplicated and delicious. Add orange zest, peppermint, oil, or coffee extract if you want to get fancy. How about that? Want to give Eddie Jackson a run for his money? I see you guys as collaborators, not as competitors. Colleagues, rather than, you know, people who want to vie for bragging rights on a Thanksgiving Day table. And to conclude this pie section, we have Ree Drummond's Flat Apple Cranberry Pie. You know, Ree Drummond, the pioneer woman. We have yet to buy a cookbook from her on the Thrift Store Rundown, and I'm sorry to say that I had several chances to, but I haven't built up, I don't know, the chutzpah to buy one of her cookbooks yet. But I assure you, once we do so, by the way, Unique also sells the Pioneer Woman magazines, but once we find them, if you guys request it, we'll buy it. And a shout out to all of my Sin City peeps who are celebrating Thanksgiving on the Strip. Celebrate your holidays in Vegas this year, who are 10 great reasons to make the trip. Pam Montemundem, have a Thanksgiving with the Food Network stars. Plenty of the chefs on Food Network have restaurants along the strip. Here your guide to the Turkey Day specials. Guy Fieri's Vegas Kitchen and Bar, The Link, and El Burro Borracho at Rio. Gianna Di Laurentiis at the Cromwell. Bobby Flay's Mesa Grilled Caesar's Palace and Bobby's Burger Palace. Chris Santos, Beauty and Excess at the Cosmopolitan. And finally, Masaharu Morimoto's Las Vegas joint at the MGM Grand. If you do not enjoy your Thanksgiving inside home cooked, I bet you, and I would put money on it, approximately $5. That is exactly how much I paid for this, by the way. That you take inspiration from diners, drivers, and dives to take your Thanksgiving on the road, or in this case, through curbside pickup or delivery. That is the impact and the magic of Guy Fieri's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. More specifically, its second season, and of noteworthy mention, its Talking Turkey episode, traveling to Boston, to Florida, and to Guy's home turf of Santa Rosa, California, for nothing but turkey. Guy Fieri finds America's classic plate, the turkey dinner. He travels to the joint where it's Thanksgiving every day of the year, to the restaurant where the owner and turkey farmer make turkey the menu, and more. And of course, the introduction of the infamous turducken. That is a turkey with a duck and a chicken all stuffed together to create a matrix of mouth-watering flavor. Very subjective, but definitely very memorable. Anyway, 4 episodes in each disc right here. That would be the first 2 discs, 1 and 2, and 3 episodes in the third and final disc, which would be right here. And if I were to give you an estimated running time, I would say under 10 hours, because this DVD set does not give you a complete running time for all the episodes combined. There are a few episodes in Disc 1 and Disc 3 that deserve special mention. First up in Disc 1, Episode 2, Route 66. From California to Oklahoma to Kansas, it's the Route 66 Diner Tour. It was a trucker's paradise diner in Oklahoma that served as one of the inspirations for Emeryville, California's production of the Academy Award-nominated film Cars. You know, the Disney Pixar film that's a personal favorite of mine. Seriously, you ought to watch that episode and you'll know. Also, in Disc 3, we have here Episode 2, open 24/7. The Studio Diner. The Studio Diner. I put emphasis on the stew part of studio because the owner is renowned film and TV producer Stu Siegel. Triple D makes no mention of the fact that he's a renowned film and TV producer. I'm surprised why, but hey, they're just here for the food. And Episode 5, obviously, the Jersey boy in me would suffer hunger pains if he didn't mention the New Jersey Diner Tour, which includes the TikTok Diner. Hence why I found a poster that Guy signed for the staff on one of my first visits over there. Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives are popular again thanks to faithful baby boomers, a slew of younger fans, and a whole new generation of owners. So you have brief disc summaries on the back here. It's distributed by Scripps Networks, and each CD is intact with no blemishes to speak of, no marks, no scratches, no nothing. Running time here for disc number 3 is 113 minutes. And for disc 2 and disc 1, running time 90 minutes. There you go. So about an hour and a half for disc 1 and disc 2. And I'm gonna give this set, I gotta give it 4.5 out of 5 claps. No special features to report of, but otherwise, it's all intact and it's all legit. And it is really dynamite for our country, especially for our economy. The more that Triple D keeps visiting all these locally owned ma and pa diners, drive-ins, and dives, these local establishments, the more bang for their buck that all the inhabitants, all the proprietors, all the chefs get out of the publicity from that visit. And Guy knows it. 4.5 out of 5 for that, And because of this little imperfection here, the bottom right corner of the cover being taken off for security purposes, this had to be adjusted with the original recipient magazine, but still it's an imperfection nonetheless. I'm going to have to give this the same. 4.5 out of 5 claps. That's 9 out of 10 total. You know what? Whether you're talking at home or on the road, with this combination, you have the makings of what Guy Fieri would say, a money Thanksgiving that won't cost you a lot of money. And will give you plenty more money ideas for money-saving Thanksgiving Day soirees all throughout the month. So stay put! Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you at America's Statist. Diners, drivers, and dives. If not, I'll catch you on the thrift side.